Hey YouTube, it's Kevin and Frank from Cruising with Wheels, and today's topic is cruise food.
That's right. Today we're going to talk about food entitlement, gluttony, or waste.
Now we put out a little survey again on YouTube.
No,
What was that on?
Facebook.
Facebook.
Our Facebook friends, Cruising with Wheels, as well, of course, as my other Facebook page, NCL Free Speech Cruisers.
I think we even asked the question on our group cruise page.
We want to know what everyone thinks.
And we wanted to know what you thought about cruise food.
Yeah, it's all about entitlement, gluttony, or lots of waste. And we said, we put it out there. Does it bother you when you see people piling their plate high to the ceiling with food?
Do you cringe?
Do you really do? Does it bother you? Because each one, entitlement, gluttony, and waste, are actually three different things.
You think so?
I believe so, and I will explain.
All right.
Now, food entitlement. To me, that just means you went on the cruise, you paid for the cruise, you paid for the food.
I'm entitled to eat whatever I want.
You are. I mean, no one is there to tell you what you can eat and can't eat, but you take what you can eat and you eat it.
You can always have more.
You can always go back and have more. Now, then again, the gluttony part that people might think, which is piles and piles of food. And I mean, we've seen some.
It's sinful.
We've seen some piles of food, and I'm talking like people with like 2 or 3 plates piled this high and just shoveling it in their face. But I say God bless them. If you could eat all the food, that's wonderful. At least they're not wasting it. But some people might view that as total gluttony.
Well, I think a lot of people think that it's free, so what's the difference?
Just keep shoveling it. And then you have the waste people. And that's really cringe-worthy, because to take all that food and take 2 bites and then toss it in the trash, for me, is a sin. It's just a sin. And I don't know if it's because we were brought up poor, we didn't have a lot, and to waste all that food is to me a sin. But that's just my opinion. No one's here to tell anybody, what to eat and what not to eat. But, survey says, based on 100 plus people.
What do you think, this is Family Feud?
Come on down, survey says.
Come on down is...
I'm combining Wheel of Fortune.
No.
With,
Come on down is Price is Right.
Price is Right, Wheel of Fortune, and whatever.
No, Wheel of Fortune is nothing.
It's Wheel of Fortune.
No. It's Wheel of Food.
But
it's family food.
Oh, family food, like Family Feud?
Yeah.
I'm sure there's a lot of feuding.
Family Feud is the one that has the survey says.
Oh, okay.
And we asked 100 people.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
That's where we are. But as we know from my Tales from the High Seas, food police.
Link above.
Yeah, link above. You remember Kevin was in line getting breakfast that morning. He has a tray with 2 plates. I'm already at the table saving it in my wheelchair. And of course you had the lady going, why do you need 2 plates?
Well, they can watch the video.
Yeah, it was just, but we're not here to be food police.
Right.
But we're going to tell you what a lot of our commenters, fans, subscribers, whatever, said about this issue.
Well, about 15% of the people that we asked said that they like cruising because it allows them to try different kinds of foods from all over the world and maybe try things that they've never tried before. Just because they have the opportunity, they can take a little and try it.
Right, I know. It really does give you the opportunity to say, you know what?
Right.
I might, like we're not big seafood people.
But we keep trying.
But we keep trying. I mean, if something looks good and it works up here because it looks good,
Appealing.
yeah, and then we'll take a nibble.
And
we'll take one, we'll share it.
And all of the 15% basically said that they try this stuff, but they don't overdo it.
Right. In other words, like we would say,
We wouldn't take a whole
we wouldn't
meal.
pile a whole plate full, and then each one of us take a bite and decide, oh, it tastes horrible, and trash it. We would take a piece. We would probably split it, and if I said, oh, this is awesome, get me more, Kevin would be like, oh, I don't like it. Well, then we didn't waste it.
Right.
Because maybe somebody else on the ship behind us.
So you're monitoring me?
Well, not really, but I kind of know what you like and don't.
Well, what about parents?
Oh, gosh.
Parents that don't monitor their children.
Yeah, that bothers me.
And, or parents that overindulge their children.
Oh, I know. Okay,
with whatever they want.
I know, because it just reminds me of Oliver Twist, right? Is it Oliver Twist? Oh, Mommy, may I please have some more?
It wasn't Mommy. No,
I know, but in my version on the cruise ship.
Please, sir, may I have some more?
Yes.
It was Oliver Twist, and he wanted more bread or more
but in
bowl.
in my version on the cruise ship, little Johnny is going, Mommy, may I please have another cinnamon roll? And of course the mother said, of course, Johnny, you can have whatever you want. Now he already has a full cinnamon roll on his plate with all the other stuff he's got, but he wants another one. So now he's got 2 giant cinnamon rolls. And then he gets to, they sit down and they're eating, and he takes one little bite, drops it, and then says, Mommy, may I go to the pool and play? Sure, Johnny, you can go. And off he runs. Well, there's
And on the way, he goes and gets an ice cream.
Right.
Right?
And there his plate with multiple cinnamon rolls and everything else that he only took a bite of. And I say to myself, I have 3 children. I say to myself, okay, you're the mother. You bore him, you know him, you live with him, you feed him.
You know he's not going to eat it.
You know what he eats and what he doesn't eat. Why are you indulging him by giving him another one when you know he's probably not even going to eat the first one? That is a total waste. So, okay, you Oliver Twist mothers out there, stop it.
Now, 5% of the people surveyed said that it didn't bother them at all that happened. 5% said, mind your own damn business and who cares.
Right. They're like, whatever.
The other 5% said that they were guilty of this offense.
Self-incrimination.
And desserts all day long. We're good with it. And
Well, that would be us.
then another 5% said that food waste makes the cost of cruising go up, which I agree wholeheartedly.
I mean, if you're everyone is just shoveling food onto their plates, and the plates, 80% of that plate makes it into the trash.
It's
it is a waste.
It is a waste.
And then they're ordering food based on what their perceived consumption is. So they're ordering that, and it really isn't a realistic order.
Now, you had a Tales from the High Seas food thief, and it was about a lady who grabbed a whole tray of sticky buns.
The sticky bun lady.
So, if you haven't seen that, we encourage you to go watch that now. But based on that scenario,
take the entire tray of 24 sticky buns and over to your private little table, family of 4, along with all the other food they had. Now, they're not going to eat 24 sticky buns. And if they each had maybe 1 or 2, you know what? The rest of that tray, probably 50% or more of that tray, goes in the trash.
Right.
Because you can't put it back on the line of the buffet.
now 5% said that buffets are the best to try new foods. It's quick, fast, and at no cost, which we agree.
I love that. I agree with that because we hop at the buffet. We're like, ooh, Asian station, a pasta station, a meat station, carving station, Brazilian, whatever, American, whatever. So yeah, the buffet I think is great for that.
Now, what surprised me is that 5% said if the food is crap, they don't care if they waste it.
Oh, I agree with that.
Oh, I don't, because
agree with that.
what you think is crap, I might think is good.
Oh no,
I think
Well,
it's
yeah.
bad if you waste it.
Well, I'm not going to eat something that tastes like crap. And we had that. I mean, I remember we ordered some
Well, I
desserts.
just kind of take that as if they think it's crap that they're, they take a bite, they're going to throw it away, which is okay. I get that. But I almost took it as, well, we'll just keep trying all the different things until we find something we like.
Well, no one's going to load their plate. You can try it, but I remember like we were in the dining room, one of the complimentary dining rooms, and it was dessert time, and
Well, we got 3, but we shared it.
we did, and of course there was a sugar-free option
We
of a
ate them
dessert
all.
that really looked good. It was a blueberry thing,
Oh, I don't like blueberries.
kind of a blueberry cheesecake, but it was a no sugar.
Was it disgusting?
And you didn't like it. It was awful. And I said, I'm not eating it.
But I don't like blueberries.
Yeah,
So
but
I probably didn't order it. You ordered it.
I probably
And
was
I
the one-
tried it.
and it was awful. And I was like, ew, yuck. But just because it's a dessert, which I would never say no to a dessert, but I was like, I'm not eating it. I'm not putting this in my body. It tastes like poop.
Now, 5% of the people that responded must not have watched the Food Thief video and knew what the cruise line's response to the Food Thief was. So go and watch that. But they said, 5% said, it's the cruise line's fault.
Yeah.
So-
Wasted food is all on the cruise line.
And then, lastly, 5% said that people just like to waste food. And I don't believe that.
Yeah, I think that people realize that all of this food is prepared by people behind the scenes that work hard and make the food as best they can as they're directed for everybody out there. And they know, 99% of the people, I think, know that there are others behind them in the line that want to partake of all of what is there at the buffet.
I just get behind the ones that
And
don't.
but there's that 1% that are like, they don't care. And that reminds me of a story. I don't know if we told it, but we were it was on a Carnival cruise, and I bet you it was on the last one we did, which is the Valor. Now, Carnival love Guy's Burger joint.
Mm-hmm.
I think we ate at Guy's Burger, Guy Fieri, and he's got Guy's Burger joint on the Carnival ships. Delish.
I love his donkey sauce.
Every day for lunch. So I remember we were okay. Oh my God! I almost feel like Sophia on the Golden Girls. Okay, when I talk about this, remember, God, what does Sophia say? Picture this.
Picture it.
Instead of picture this, Sicily, 1954, a young girl. It was picture this, Carnival Valor, Guy's Burger joint. Hungry little guy in his wheelchair wants to have a burger. So we're in line, right? And this woman was in front of us. And, they have the tray of the string fries. And so we're big, it's usually a big, long line. So she's there with her tray and plates, and she had a couple of kids with her, I remember. And she took the tongs from the French fry tray, and she kept taking the fries and taking the fries. Yes, remember? And she emptied the entire tray of French fries. I mean, if she left 2 or 3 fries in that tray, she took enough French fries to feed 24 people. And so she got the burgers and the hot dog, but the plate of the fries was piled this high. And off she went. And so we kind of looked at each other like, and we're all like going like this, guess we're not going to have fries today. Who does that? So we're like, any more fries? Oh, yeah, in a second, making more. So we're waiting, and I'm looking, going, she took our fries and everyone else's fries behind us. Okay, so they bring more fries, we get our stuff, we sit down, but you know me, I'm watching, and I'm looking. Well, she's sitting there with a couple of kids. They ate their burgers.
She got up, she left them.
Yes,
she left them. She went to the pool, and come to think of it, it wasn't the Valor.
It wasn't?
I think it was
before that.
I think it was before that. It was on the Conquest. We The only reason I say that is because of the positioning of where we were.
Oh, okay.
And it might not even have been the Conquest. I'm not sure.
No,
but
the Conquest was second, the Baylor was third, and it wasn't on our first carnival, so it had to be either one.
The lady got up and went to the pool. It was whichever ship was closest to the pool. Geisberger was closest to the pool. And she went to the pool, and the kids sat there and ate 3 French fries and got up and left that whole entire pile there.
We're sitting there as we're eating our food, and we watched as the crew member that clears all the tables of the dirty dishes and the leftover food walked up, and the giant plate of French fries, the entire tray, he picked up and dumped in the trash along with the rest of the food that they didn't eat.
Yeah, they only had like 1 or 2 bites of their burgers.
Yeah, it just, and it's not right. It's just, that is total waste. And that doesn't not just make me cringe, that pisses me off. Because there's no reason for someone to take all the food
as entitlement.
That is entitled wastefulness. But, we found that this whole survey about cruise food really became a hot button issue on Facebook, where people were just
hundreds of comments
getting into it with each other, and fights were breaking out. But pretty much the consensus for the whole issue was that overpiling is bad, and that common sense should prevail. Take a little bit, try it.
It's so sad that common sense
doesn't prevail a lot.
Prevail a lot, and a lot of people don't have common sense anymore.
And then another...
It's like manners.
Don't forget that video I did on cruise ship manners. But other people talked about that they actually were worried and maybe would get embarrassed at what the servers would think about them ordering let's say multiple things in the main dining room, like multiple appetizers, multiple desserts, and they were like, what are the waiters going to think about us? And I have to tell you...
That's so cute.
I know, but I have to tell you that sometimes
Sometimes we do that.
We do that, but we're so weird, because I remember on the Bliss, we were in the main dining room. It was, Manhattan Room? Could be.
I don't know what dinner you're speaking of, but
it
could be.
It was the last... It was the last dinner.
Last dinner was Manhattan Room.
Manhattan Room before disembarkation.
You're talking about when I had the menu and I said, I want one of these, 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 and one of these?
Well, no, but for some reason when it came to dessert time, we're like, I'm like, I'll get this if you want to get that, and then we can share. And you're like, just order that and that and that. And we're like, and I'm like, but I can't order like 2 or 3 desserts. People will be looking at us. What will the waiter think? I'm thinking, and you're like, no, just order it.
I think I said, we tell our subscribers they can order whatever they want. Why can't we?
And yet I'm still thinking in my head, in my, my upbringing head, that even though I'm in a free, complimentary restaurant, I'm still worried about ordering one extra dessert. We
ate it all.
We did, and we ordered, and we posted. We had 3 desserts, and they were all good. But you still have that mindset. I'm thinking to myself, how goofy are we? We're still thinking about.
No, you have that mindset. I have the mindset of, if I want it, I'm getting it. Whether we pay for it or whether it's free. I want it, I'm getting it.
I want it, and I want to get it, but there's still that voice in the back of my mind, that they're still starving children in China or wherever they're starving these days, Indonesia, Philippines, wherever. I can still hear my mother's voice, don't be wasteful. And even though it's free and we paid for it, you still can't sometimes get that upbringing voice out of your head. We have different upbringings.
Oh yes, I was always stubborn when they said, you need to eat that, they're starving people in China. My response was, give me a box, I'll pack it up. Right. We can send it to them.
We'll send it right over, because I am not eating this.
That story about my father I didn't want to eat something, Brussels sprouts or something, and he said, you're going to eat that for breakfast. and it was waiting for me for breakfast.
Sure
And I
was.
sat there and I
Your
wasn't going
father.
to eat it. And I went to school hungry. And then guess what was in my lunchbox? The Brussels sprouts. And guess what was waiting when I came home? More Brussels sprouts, because I ain't going to eat those things. And finally my mother was like, you got to feed the kid.
Right.
He's a little too stubborn.
Right, and he's a little too skinny. You know, one little poof, he'll fall over, and he's missed several meals because of Brussels sprouts. Now, each one of my kids, of the 3, each one of them has a food that they absolutely hate. They hate it. And Catherine, my oldest, she hates beets. She will not eat beets.
Oh, I shouldn't have made that face. I had that beet salad at
You
the.
liked it, yeah.
It was absolutely wonderful at Las Lobos.
And I think Matthew, my middle, he's the one that hates sweet potatoes.
Oh.
He doesn't like sweet potatoes. I love sweet potatoes.
Okay, let's see if we can go for the trifecta.
Okay, I know. And Lizzie, the youngest, I think she's the one that doesn't like the Brussels sprouts.
Oh, okay, there you go.
All 3.
Did they get it for me?
I don't know. But, and of the 3, I like all of those except beets. Beets I won't eat. But I love Brussels sprouts. I love sweet potatoes. But it's funny that my kids eat everything, will try everything, and they love all types of foods. But each one of them has that one thing that they've tried and they hate. And it's never going to change.
I wanna give them a tip.
Oh, tip for the day.
Because we're talking about food and we're talking about trying new things and we're talking about things we don't like and that and this and that. And my tip for everybody would be, if you want to try something and it's an entree on the menu, okay, of any restaurant,
right.
you can usually 99.9% of the time order that entree as an appetizer.
Right.
So it would be a much smaller portion. You won't feel like you're wasting it if you
Right.
don't like it, and you get to try it.
Right. So if there's some kind of chicken Alfredo large entree, you can order that as an appetizer. And,
Right.
and opposite, if there is an appetizer
Not always, but yes.
that you like, you can see if they'll make an entree out of that.
Yes.
So it goes both
Like
ways.
eggplant rollatini.
That's right, the eggplant rollatini. Oh, and La Cucina was divine. And
they better have it on the getaway.
because it was an appetizer that I would order as an entree, and probably another entree too.
Yeah, we would say, make us a whole 9x8 pan.
Just keep bringing it.
Keep bringing it.
Yeah, because it was really good. But and then I think the last and final comment was kind of funny. Eat what you want, just don't make a mess. So that's what we got for you today, talking about cruise food, being entitled, being gluttonous, or being wasteful. Pick which one you are.
Right. Now, we want to remind everybody that we are on Facebook, Instagram, Snapchat, and here
That's
on
right.
YouTube. And if you're interested in seeing some cruise food or some cruise menus, we have them available on our Facebook page that can be found in the description below and on the end card of this video.
And if you're just watching our videos and you're not a regular subscriber, please hit that subscribe button.
And don't be a dingling. Hit that bell.
That's right.
That bell will get you notifications of every time we have a new video
That's right.
available.
Because we post every Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday morning. So be prepared. Don't forget, click the bell, and you'll be like, oh, Kevin and Frank are on today.
But until next time, we always want to remind you to
Travel safe.
and to cruise often.